Rachelsey at the movies! Yay!
So we went and saw Glass.
The new M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yes.
And you guys don't know this about us, but Rachel and I are pretty big M. Night Shyamalan fans.
I don't know if big. I guess if you say big because other people hate, but we don't hate all his movies.
Well, from my perspective, like I can't think of an M. Night Shyamalan movie that I didn't enjoy seeing the first time.
We did not see Airbender.
The Last Airbender, because that wasn't really his genre of movie.
Yeah.
But his movies that he writes and directs, and I don't know if he did that. Besides that one, I like pretty much all his movies. They're all kind of the same style. I like his storytelling. I like the way he writes. People don't like his dialogue sometimes. To me, it sounds like a movie. It sounds like an older style movie.
Yeah.
And I like it.
I agree. Yeah, I like his movies. There's something like quiet and intense about them that I just really like a lot. So I will watch The Happening with Mark Wahlberg. Like anytime I see like it's on TV, I'll just watch it. There's just something that I enjoy about that movie. And I don't even like the big reveal in that movie. Like I think that it's kind of, I'm like, oh, whatever. But I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it.
But my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie is Signs. I think that is a brilliant, lovely, one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, we both think that that's a really good movie.
I'll rewatch that one every time it comes on.
And then later, we went back and looked at what the reviews and what people thought of it. And we were like, what?
That
we had no idea
movie.
that people didn't like it. So
yeah, I don't get the M. Night. I feel like
because The Sixth Sense was such a huge breakout hit that he gets graded on this super high scale, whatever you want to call it.
Well, I think that or it's that he has a very particular style, and way he makes movies, and he made Sixth Sense, and it was new and different. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. And then he made all these other movies that are the same kind of style, and they're like, oh, what's the same? Why is it this the same thing?
Yeah.
But Alfred Hitchcock was like that. There are a lot of movie makers who make. Christopher Nolan is like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I like the storytelling. So Lady in the Water, to me, a lot of people didn't like that movie. I loved it because that movie felt like a tale that was being, and I love mythology and fairy tales, and that's what that movie felt like to me, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just like M. Night Shyamalan.
We like M. Night Shyamalan movies, and so we were so excited to go see
Glass. Glass is a sequel to Unbreakable, and then Split, which came out recently. Unbreakable came out quite some time ago.
Yeah.
And then now we have Glass.
It's a trilogy.
Third, yeah.
It's a trilogy now.
And we were so excited to go see this movie. I thought the trailers looked good for it. I was really excited.
I was a little less excited when I saw the reviews were pretty low for it.
We saw the reviews,
but then I remembered the reviews of other M. Night Shyamalan movies that I liked, and I was like, okay, well, I'm still excited to go see it.
People just grade him very harshly.
Long story short, we hated it. I'm just kidding.
I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was made really well.
Go Wait or Skip.
Go Wait or Skip. I say, oh, that's hard. Because I get kind of trapped with this because I feel like with a big Marvel movie, I would tell you, yeah, go because it's fun. But I feel like this movie, I could see where some people would be like, what?
Yeah, I kind of I want to protect this movie from you. Okay, if you don't want to see this movie, don't go see it. Okay? This is my movie. I will protect. It's like a little baby movie.
So I'm going to say go. If you like movies, then I say go see this movie. I think it was well made. Acting was great. I liked how this movie was different from other movies in the superhero genre.
Okay. For me, I'm going to say if you saw Unbreakable and Split, then yeah, go see this movie. This is the third part of that movie. Especially if you like those two movies, then yeah, go see it. If you haven't seen those movies, then yeah, don't go see this movie. Skip it.
Well, definitely if you haven't seen Unbreakable, because I could see Split appealing to a much wider audience because people didn't even know that it was related to this. You have to
see the other two movies to kind of understand what's going on.
You definitely need to have seen the other
because
two movies.
they reference things in the previous movies, and one of the movies is from a pretty long time ago.
Yeah.
Without doing a lot of exposition.
Yeah, yeah.
And I like that because I love those movies, but at the same time, I could see how maybe that wouldn't play well for people who...
That's true. Spoilers!
Spoilers! I really, the craziest thing about this movie, and I don't want to give away too much, but at the end of the movie, all three of these movies were just, I guess, a prequel for the...
I thought you were going to say that they were all dead.
All these... Yeah, well, all these three movies were a prequel for What's the first?
Sixth Sense?
Yeah, I was going to say that. There's my joke. I ruined it.
So, spoilers.
I'm not going to tell you the big spoiler. Are we?
This is where we get into the spoilers.
Okay, well, so this movie promises a lot within the movie. Hey, we're going to have this big showdown scene at Nakasawa, whatever tower. Maybe that's the guy that made Weatherfly. I don't know. Some big tower that's new and it's big and it's going to be this, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they never get there. And that never happens. And so, in a way, I felt kind of cheated out of that, because it promised me the whole time that never happened. And then on top of that, you kill the hero of the movie, which is the Unbreakable hero. And while I felt like, oh, that sucks, and I was disappointed in it, overall, the big twist ending made sense, and, it didn't make me not like the movie.
Yeah.
It didn't mean I felt super great about it.
Yeah, but it's what made this movie different. So that's why I went, a Marvel movie is big and all this big stuff, and this movie stayed in kind of one area and with very few people, right? You had the same, people coming in and out of the scenes, and then at the end, they die.
I hope it makes a bazillion dollars so we can see what comes next, because in a way, it's awesome because, they die. Just like all the superheroes, or a lot of superheroes died in Avengers Infinity War, except that in that movie, they're all coming back because they're already showing you a trailer for Spider-Man.
Spider-Man and all this stuff.
So
that's what made this movie
Yeah.
different, is that, they took a risk, and they just die, but, it's a real ending. You're like, this is over. The time of the Unbreakable, that whole thing, it's over. And that was really, I don't know, it was something, that finality of it that I really enjoyed. And then, what the Glass says at the end of the thing is, this isn't a limited edition comic book, this is an origin story.
Yeah.
And so, at the same time, you're still set up for, who it could be nothing, right? He could totally leave this and not do anything else with it. And it's just, for the audience to know that the people in the movie, and even us, that we have qualities.
I think probably will leave it that way.
To take out into the world to make a difference.
Got through the movie, I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this movie.
Yeah, I was kind of, I was pretty tired because we went to a later showing.
But then I know that, I'm pretty sure I dreamed about it, and then I was thinking about it when I woke up this morning. I was like, oh, I love that movie. I loved Unbreakable. Everybody likes Unbreakable, I think. Yeah. And I really loved Split. Split was a really great movie. And then the way he was able to weave all those, because they were very different stories with very different characters. To take all those characters and even include the boy from Unbreakable as an adult, the actual actor.
So you got all the same actors. Not only Samuel Jackson, Bruce Willis, but the kid that played Bruce Willis' son in Unbreakable was in this movie as an adult. Glass's mother, who was in Unbreakable, was in this movie playing an older version of herself. And then he took flashback scenes from the real movies. They didn't re-record flashback scenes. It was Bruce Willis. So you didn't have CGI in those scenes, and that was really nice.
Even putting those scenes, like when they went to the train, you have, this guy was there in the train with Bruce Willis, and, comes over here. That was an amazing, masterful piece of cinema, I thought. And, I don't know how this movie could get such low critical reviews. I think...
It seems like a movie that would get high critical reviews and low moviegoer reviews.
Right.
Because I can see how an average moviegoer, if you thought maybe you were signing up for a superhero movie, you might be a little disappointed.
Yeah. Especially because it kept promising you that it was.
Yeah. And it really stayed small. And it just had really, it really went through. And the guy from Split, you had, with all those personalities.
And that guy's amazing, the actor who does that.
James McAvoy, he... the relationship between him and the girl from that movie, that kind of deeper friendship type love that helped to move him through some of his abuse as a child, that played out in the movie, and that's hard to do in these kind of movies,
Well, and M. Night Shyamalan's such a smart filmmaker, because as we're watching it, there are things where I was like, that doesn't make sense, as I'm watching it unfold.
Yeah, so Kelsey
and then,
up on those.
And then, of course it did make sense. He's like, it doesn't. It makes enough sense where you might not think about it. Yeah. But if you're, where you'd be like, oh, well, they didn't do a good job with this. But no, of course he had that. He's already 3 steps ahead of you.
Yeah.
And I love that. I think it's not a lot that you go to movies that can truly twist you like that at the end, and you know it's usually coming in an M. Night Shyamalan movie. And I knew that there was a big twist at the end because I had seen some reactions to the movie talking about, even people that didn't like the movie thought the twist at the end was awesome.
Okay.
Or at least were impressed by it.
Yeah.
And so, even with all that, you don't see it coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's great. I love that. I love M. Night Shyamalan movies. I get excited to go see them. I even had popcorn. I was like, I don't get popcorn all the time. I was like, this is me. Well, we appreciate you watching. And you know what? M. Night Shyamalan, if you're out there, if you want to like, comment, and subscribe.
That would be a huge twist. I mean.
Or, with a bigger twist, send us $1 million. I don't know. We might as well ask for something big. Or ask for something. Go big or go home, right? M. Night Shyamalan.
Thanks for watching.
Happy birthday. Hey, if you're out there and it's your birthday, happy birthday.
We love you.
We love you. Welcome back to Rachelsey at the Movies. Hi, I'm Kelsey McCarson. Is that how we start?
I don't think so.
I call him in my head, I'm not Shyamalan Ding Dong. That's what I am. We're not Shyamalan Ding Dong. Various forms of that. I'm a mess. Oh, wait. Hey, if you're out there and it's not your birthday, happy belated birthday. I made you come back for that.